Have you ever felt manipulated or controlled in a relationship? Today, we're diving into the intriguing world of dark psychology tactics used by women. From subtle emotional manipulation to overt power plays, understanding these tactics is crucial for safeguarding your own mental well-being. Whether it's guilt-tripping, gaslighting, or playing the victim, recognizing these behaviors is the first step to regaining control. Stay tuned as we uncover 8 dark psychology tactics women use to control you. Number 1, they make you feel insecure. Narcissists often thrive on making others feel insecure, a tactic designed to keep them in a position of power and control. They meticulously pick at your insecurities to chip away at your self-esteem. Initially, this might manifest as seemingly innocuous comments about your appearance or subtle criticisms of your achievements, downplaying them as trivial or insignificant. These offhand remarks, though they may seem minor at first, accumulate over time, forming a steady stream of negativity that erodes your confidence. As this pattern continues, you may start to doubt your abilities and worth. The constant negative feedback can lead to a significant decline in your self-esteem, making you question your value and accomplishments. In addition to this, a narcissist often employs comparisons, highlighting the successes of others while emphasizing your perceived failures. This comparative strategy further diminishes your self-worth, as you start to believe that you are not good enough. The ultimate goal of these manipulative tactics is to make you dependent on the narcissist's approval and validation. By undermining your confidence and self-esteem, the narcissist creates a situation where you feel the need to constantly seek their approval. This twisted dependency keeps you under their control, as you become more and more reliant on their validation to feel worthy. In essence, by making you feel less than, the narcissist maintains their dominance, ensuring that you remain under their thumb. Number 2, they intentionally test your boundaries. Narcissistic women are adept at testing boundaries, skillfully pushing limits to gauge how much they can manipulate and control their environment. This often begins subtly small requests for favors that inconvenience you, or casually dismissing your opinions and decisions. These early tests may seem insignificant, but they serve as a foundation for more significant boundary violations over time. As you concede to these minor encroachments, she perceives your boundaries as flexible, emboldening her to escalate her demands. Gradually, her actions become more intrusive. She might invade your personal space, demand excessive attention, or make unreasonable requests. Each time you acquiesce, she gains more confidence and power, continuously testing and eroding your boundaries. This relentless pressure can lead you to compromise your comfort and values, all in an effort to maintain harmony and avoid conflict. To counteract this, it is crucial to stand firm and clearly communicate your limits from the outset. Consistency and assertiveness in upholding your boundaries can deter further encroachments. Without this firmness, she will persist in her testing, ultimately leaving you with no boundaries to protect your well-being and autonomy. Number 3, they never admit to lying. Narcissists never admit to lying because acknowledging the truth would threaten the control they seek to maintain over their narrative and their victims. When confronted with undeniable proof, they often twist the story, claiming you misunderstood the situation or outright deny the facts, making you question your reality. This tactic, known as gaslighting, is designed to confuse and disorient you. By steadfastly refusing to admit to their lies, narcissists maintain control over the narrative, leading you to doubt your memory and judgment. The constant denial of truth wears you down, making it easier for them to manipulate you. Their refusal to own up to their lies is not about protecting themselves, but about maintaining power over you. They want you to believe that your perception of reality is flawed, and that their version of events is the only truth that matters. This psychological manipulation ensures that they remain in a position of power, keeping you dependent on their approval and validation. Number 4, deflective blame. Deflective blame is a common tactic used by narcissists to avoid accountability. When confronted with their wrongdoing, they skillfully shift the blame onto you. For instance, a narcissist might accuse you of overreacting or being too sensitive, effectively diverting attention from their own behavior. They may also bring up past mistakes you've made to further distract from the issue at hand. This tactic keeps you on the defensive, forcing you to defend yourself instead of addressing their actions. As a result, you might begin to question your own behavior, wondering if you are the one at fault. This self-doubt allows the narcissist to maintain control and manipulate you more easily. In a healthy relationship, taking responsibility is crucial, and shifting blame only creates an environment of mistrust and manipulation. Number 5, withholding intimacy. Withholding intimacy is a manipulative tactic often employed by narcissistic individuals, particularly women, to exert control and inflict punishment on their partners. Initially, during positive phases of the relationship, she may display affection and warmth. However, when displeased, she abruptly withdraws intimacy. This sudden change leaves the partner confused and anxious to restore the previous affectionate state. The narcissistic woman uses intimacy as both a reward and a punishment mechanism. By regulating when and how she expresses affection, she keeps her partner uncertain and constantly striving to please her. This dynamic fosters a belief in the partner that their actions directly dictate the level of love and approval they receive. Consequently, they become ensnared in a cycle where they seek validation through complying with her expectations. Recognizing this manipulation is crucial to preserving one's self-worth and mental well-being. It's essential not to equate personal value with the fluctuating affection of the narcissistic partner, breaking free from the cycle of dependence and emotional turmoil. Number 6, playing the victim. In relationships involving narcissistic behavior, playing the victim can be a potent manipulation tactic. When confronted with their actions, narcissistic individuals, particularly women in this context, often reverse roles. They portray themselves as the ones who are hurt and misunderstood, using your words against you to induce guilt for confronting them. This strategy aims to deflect blame, shift attention from their behavior, and manipulate your emotions. It can lead you to doubt your judgment, apologize, and try to soothe them, inadvertently excusing their actions and avoiding holding them accountable. Number 7, guilt tripping. Guilt tripping is a manipulative tactic frequently employed by narcissistic individuals, particularly women, to assert control over others. This tactic operates by placing undue responsibility on the victim for the narcissist's emotional state and well-being. When the victim fails to meet the narcissist's expectations, she employs statements designed to induce guilt, such as "if you loved me, you would do this," or "I guess I'm just not important to you." These statements are crafted to make the victim feel inadequate and responsible for the narcissist's happiness. By generating guilt, the narcissist effectively manipulates the victim into compliance with her demands. Over time, the victim may find themselves performing actions out of a sense of obligation rather than genuine desire, driven by the fear of disappointing or hurting the narcissist. It is crucial for individuals dealing with narcissistic guilt tripping to recognize that they are not responsible for the narcissist's emotions or well-being. Refusing to be manipulated by guilt involves setting boundaries and understanding that their own needs and desires are valid and should not be sacrificed to meet unreasonable demands. Number 8, isolation. Isolation is a key tactic employed by narcissists to exert control over their victims. By gradually distancing you from your friends and family, the narcissist undermines your support network. Initially, they may subtly criticize your loved ones or guilt trip you for spending time with them. Over time, they manipulate situations to make you feel torn between them and your family, pushing you to withdraw from those who care about you. This isolation not only increases your dependence on the narcissist for emotional support, but also facilitates their control over you. Cut off from outside perspectives, you may begin to accept the narcissist's distorted version of reality as truth. Reconnecting with your support system is essential in breaking free from the narcissist's influence. It's crucial to set clear boundaries, maintain relationships with supportive others, and recognize manipulation tactics. By doing so, you can avoid falling into a cycle of control and abuse, ensuring that relationships are founded on mutual respect, honesty, and genuine support.